Bowhead. I did not ASDF today. I'll have you know. Hey, Rich. Welcome, welcome. How you doing tonight? Wait, hold up. We are supposed to practice Girahim. I forgot. Okay. That means I'm gonna wanna... No. I hit something big. Okay, so we're going to briefly practice Girahim here, which means I'm going to have to do some SD card stuff quickly. Hey, it's Al Taz. You go by Taz. You have the good luck. How you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Private, we, title, Suge. Oh, it's gonna... it's... JP any percent, 3 and 1, escape, statue, demise. This is the one that we want. We want to rename it data. Oh no, Beanbot broke. Hey, Commodus. Hey, Zelix. Welcome, welcome. Ew, I can see my stream preview. That's disgusting. Can you just, like, remove it? Like, hide player. Okay, I never want to see my stream preview. I don't know why I've never done that until finally right now. But did I copy the data? I probably copied the data. Do you like jazz? I also like jazz. Jazz is pretty good. Oh, wait. I think I accidentally copied the global cooldown of the beans command from something else. We could quickly fix that, but it kind of doesn't matter. Yeah, in the stream manager. The stream manager does have some useful things. Like, if you hide certain things from the activity feed, it's actually pretty useful. Really, I don't even need it open, but I like to have it open. You know what? Why don't we just do a Girahim 3 escape from the top? Play off the stream preview? I hate the stream preview. I see it out of the corner of my eye, and it drives me insane. I don't like things moving in my peripheral vision when I'm trying to play the game. So yesterday, we got here with decent pace, and then kind of messed up pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. Where is the capture card output then? What are you talking about? I am confused. Yo, it's Jaznix. It's been so long. Thank you for the good luck, Jaznix. How you doing? How's life treating you these days? 5.5, 22.5. Waiting for the timer. $27.1, 44.1. Add 17. It's not that hard. Actually, 17 is a pretty awkward number to add, I'm not gonna lie. But, I mean, there's good strategies. I got like What was the number? Like 44 or something? Probably 44 too. 49.9. 50 would be 67.5, so we're doing 67.4. So your number of side quests you're embarking on is ridiculous. Oh, can you share any interesting side quests? Or are they like real life classified information? 5, 6, 7, 4. Oh, that might be leaked. Yeah. I do like my strategy, but I also don't like my strategy. I'm not gonna lie. It works, except for when it like doesn't. Although I'm pretty sure it just didn't work because I was late there. We'll do again. We'll do one more Gear Him 3 escape practice. Fast like a shadow. You know it, Bread Noon. How you doing? I swear I could not get the backflip strat to be consistent. Everybody makes fun of me for it, but I actually find this more consistent. To be fair, I did not do my setup. I messed it up, so whenever you mess up, there's always the chance for failure. Try again. Okay, well, good thing that doesn't matter. Good thing we are on 6 hard. 9.5 goes to 26.5. Gonna drive out Sunday to get a school paper signed by an SS community member. Kind of strange. That is kind of strange. Wait, what was the number? 26.5. That's pretty cool, though. 41-1, 48-1. Doing alright, went to an interview today, but don't think you're gonna get a job. That's too bad. Job interviews are real tough. When looking for a job. Looking for a job is like one of the least fun things out there. $53.9. Gonna go to 79. Just going to go to 71.4. That felt really long, but it seems to be working, so kind of whatever. And we don't actually need to save here. Actually, I am gonna save here so that the camera points the right way, because silly whoever made these saves has the camera pointing the wrong way. Yeah, searching for jobs is tough. It's like nothing but rejection until all of a sudden you don't need to look for a job anymore. So just like the entire process is not fun. You get through it soon. Speedy. Yeah, the nothing is the rejection. Oh, trust me, I'm familiar with the let's call it corporate ghosting. It is brutal. I've got a good friend right now who's been looking for a job out of school for like, I guess since January now. It is tough out there. It's very tough out there. Whoa. Can you hear him slide? It happens internally too. Hey, to be fair though, the team's red is like really unreliable in the experience. Thanks, I was dead. Urium pushed me off the edge. Oh, that's so bad. Fun fact about how bad that is, it's really, really bad. It spawns you over here, and then you're actually just cooking. I'm pretty sure this is just GG. I don't think you can knock it out. That way, bro. Oh no, he got it. Okay, here we go again. No. This has become science. I feel like that means he's gonna be decently close to the edge. I believe that's really bad. I think we can void out now? Right? And then he goes like up into the sky? Wait, did that work? Hold up. Where are we going? I got distracted by the fact that I was slashing diagonally. Okay. That was really weird. That was super, super cool. But what would be even cooler is not being pushed off by Girahim. That was my bad. I did a stab. Girahim does not like stabs when he has the purple jazz hands. I'm pretty sure there is a way to recover from that, but I don't remember what it is. Realistically, like that happens in a like PB pace run, it's kind of dead, so it's not really that big of a deal. Chasnick's hands. Yeah. Hello. There's the jazz hand. The purple jazz hands. The purple Jasnick's hands. I got some bike tools in the mail today. Now my bike is like actually stripped down like completely in my living room. It's kind of a problem. That had nothing to do with anything. I just thought I'd share. Nice. Good 3.2. AL. Welcome, welcome. Your audio is a bit desynced. Oh. Oh, I should have been paying attention. On the stabs, the audio is a little bit weird because it's like slightly laggy. Yeah, I knew that. I actually have a very bad habit of holding this or doing up slashes in a very awkward direction. It's a slight desync. Which way? I'll do a slight offset. Is the audio early or is the video? Sure, on Bluetooth, so who knows? Nice. Sounds are happening a tad bit before the visuals. Okay, that direction is a lot worse than the other way around. And it's coincidentally also a lot easier to fix. So, how about boop? Let's try that. Yeah, let's try this. I have a feeling this should be roughly correct. I did that so many times yesterday. Awkward. I suck. Uh-oh. Actually, no, he should still get knocked down. Right? Yeah, okay. I'll just die to them. Phase 2 is left. But then again, so is phase 1. Demise is kind of... GG. Okay. Cool, that went, like, fine. We'll just pray that Earth Temple goes well, I guess. I kind of don't want to practice it. Practicing is annoying. I want to do runs. I'm not a practicer. I'm a speedrunner. Also, there isn't really a good file to practice the start of... what do you call it? The start of Earth Temple. So let's just assume that everything's going to go well. Nothing has ever gone wrong when you assume everything's going to go well. Sounds decently accurate now? Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know. Ah, I almost knocked my water bottle off my desk. Would have been real loud. Murphy's Law. Just nothing will go wrong. Any save outside an open Earth Temple? No, unfortunately not. The reason it's so annoying is because the entrance to Earth Temple the first time you go in is slightly different. So there's the cutscene skip on the way in. And then the successive times that you go in, instead of being like teleported to that spot and then having a cutscene skip, you have Link walk down the stairs, which, like, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is that when you walk down the stairs, the platforms and the keys are moving. So when you do the manipulation to like the turnaround manip to get the cycles, then it's slightly off. So it has to be the first Earth Temple entrance. And then the other issue is that when you open the Earth Temple, it just puts you inside. I suppose we could make a hacked save, but I guess nobody's done that yet. I don't actually know where position data is stored inside the save files, but I could probably figure it out. Or I could ask Jim, because I at least know he knows. So yeah, unfortunately it's not great. There's a key. This time for some reason it'll be a chew. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could, the Wii could be hit with, well, like stray alpha particles or whatever, and it could turn the keys into a chew. This is something we do need to keep in mind. And hello, Fledge. Thank you for pushing down the log later on in the run. I really appreciate it. 64-bit Link raid. Raider from Pippi in a top hat. How does that work? That's weird. Well, welcome everybody to more Skyward Sword. Thank you for the raid, Pippi. I'm Exto. I play Skyward Sword. How was your final run? I think you should have finished just about now. So that's always a good sign. It's always a good sign when the stream ends roughly when you'd expect. $64 ended rated at the end of the stream. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Did not, but got so close. Well, that means you got so close twice. And getting so close twice means that you're going to do it very soon. So that's very exciting. 36 seconds ahead until key seed. I saw that! And then you failed key seed and almost PB'd? Dang. That's crazy. Oh, by the way, I think I heard you say you were debating learning the Thunderbolt strat. If you want, I can try and dump the knowledge I've learned from trying to get it consistent onto you sometime. So you desync during G3? Dude, what's up with Girihim 3? I swear, I will die on the hill that for some reason, during Girihim 3, like specifically during Girihim 3, at no other point in the game just like, it almost feels malicious. It's almost like, yeah, the developers were like, you know what? The players are going to be like slightly nervous here. Let's just like rotate their controls just a little bit, just to make them panic. Oh, I thought I ran over the fence there. Uh-oh. We can do this, and then we can... Oh, it actually worked! That's a stupid backup for a trick that you should never do. You can clip into the top of that vine there, or that climbable wall, and it saves like 1 second each time you do it. But if you accidentally climb, then you have to like accidentally climb again in order to line it up. Be so down sweet. Send me a message whenever. Literally only 10 seconds behind until then, despite losing a solid minute. That's what I'm saying. Like your PB is, it's coming. It's got to be real soon. I have never pressed Z there before. I don't know why I did it. Casual unnecessary glitching. Yeah, it probably is time neutral. Like by the time you've done one accidental climb, purposefully doing a second accidental climb and getting the clip probably wastes and saves about the exact same amount of time as each other. Dude, you are so close. Your sum of best is like, hello, hold the sword, thank you. It's like what, 2.5 minutes faster than your PB now? Also gonna learn the buffered Girihim 3.2 stun lock for safety? Nice, that's a good idea. Sincerely the guy who messes up that trick all the time. Although that one is literally just press the home button to pause the game. Also help you learn the strats for 19 easy payments of $49.99. Wow. What a What a generous, what a motion of generosity, John. The AC lily pad soft lock? Yeah, that one's crazy. So for those who don't know, you have to flip this lily pad in Ancient Cistern by jumping on it, which, you know, whatever, just jump on the lily pad. But I'm pretty sure if you do a jump slash in just the right spot, then you just get stuck in midair and you can't do anything. And it's a soft lock. Finally, sub 111. Let's go. Congrats. I know you said that you got like 3 or 4 golds at 111.01 and it didn't move. So that must feel pretty good. Can't decide how to flip the pad? I don't know why. Although if there was somebody who would, it would be Zeldex. Who is conveniently right here, right now. No idea how you were gay by 3 solid seconds after struggling for weeks. Which split did you finally get the 110 on? Enter Gorge? Oh. Okay, that's an interesting split to gold by 3 seconds. The split where you, like, run in a straight line for basically the entire time? Yeah, that makes sense. Oh my goodness. Oh, I was so excited because I thought we did the silly jump. But we did not do the silly jump. Yeah, those burb lines must have been perfectly straight. Although I guess there's the 1 back in time. It's like literally all you do in that split is 1 back in time followed by flying the bird and then a bit warp and then run in a straight line. So I guess you had some sick back in time movement. I don't even have an Enter Gorge split. It makes the Machi split feel kind of awkwardly long, but I don't know. Gorge split just feels kind of useless. Sincerely, the guy with the Goddess Sword split. Does Spirit Tracks have that many frame perfect inputs? Gotta admit, not very familiar with Spirit Tracks other than Train. Lots of Train. There are many frame perfect tricks now. Wow, that's really interesting. The last time I watched a Spirit Tracks run, was kind of boring. It was kind of just like Spirit Tracks, but really fast. To be fair, that was probably like 9 years ago now. 8 years ago. Yeah, dude, John, that is the biggest redeeming quality about Spirit Tracks. The train theme is such a banger. I could listen to that forever. Unfortunately, the speedrun of listening to the train theme as many times as possible, not necessarily my thing. You know, fun fact, there is a way to skip this cutscene. It's really precise. I wish it was RTA viable. Because we could do it twice. And that would be nice. Sometimes you listen to the train song on loop in the car. Dude, I have most definitely listened to it. I don't do it in the car, but I've listened to it for like 2 hours on the bike. It's pretty sick. I listen to an interesting variety of music while riding my bike. Lots of Zelda songs. And then mostly metal and jazz. I don't know. They just, they fit the vibe for me. Someone else found a variety of major breaks in dungeons. Interesting. That's kind of the problem with the less popular games, right? Like Skyward Sword kind of suffered from that, where you know, there's potentially all these cool things that haven't been discovered, but because there's no cool things that have been discovered, nobody plays the game. Kind of a, what do you call that? A positive feedback loop? Oh, I thought that was good. Oh, I think we were late. Like 1 frame late. Back to the beginning. Unfortunately, I do reset to that trick now. It brings me much sorrow. But we don't have the 40 seconds to spare anymore. We're going for the 109. One time listen to the Outer Wilds soundtrack. The entire Outer Wilds soundtrack while driving home from an event. Because you're in a very pensive mood. Yeah, I still need to play that game. Also listen to metal and jazz. Nice. Great combo. Very fantastic combo. Duping glitch is opening a chest, then save and quitting immediately. He didn't open the chest. He saved and quitted and gives up. Huh. Very interesting. I think in Phantom Hourglass, one of the big tricks was just like strategically save and quitting for a long time. Could be wrong about that. Could be completely wrong about that. Prog rock and industrial metal. Industrial metal's pretty bang. There's some pretty good industrial metal tracks. Not a super big prog rock guy. Definitely like me some prog metal, but I feel like I haven't. I mean, there's some good prog rock, but definitely prefer prog metal. Jim would be so happy. Oh, don't worry. I would make sure to send him a message before playing. I think I've come to realize that Jim might never talk to me again if I played the Outer Wilds without warning him first, inviting him to watch. Okay, first boss of the game, the Hay Man. Wow, boss defeated. Pacifist style. Speaking of pacifist, tomorrow, Eastern 7 p.m, GDQ, cool pacifist Skyward Sword showcase. Be there, or be square. You should be there. It'll be sick. 64 is gonna do a great job. So we don't know, but it does work. Nice. I can imagine Ben saying that too. Like, I just hear that in Ben's voice in my mind. It'll be square, and you're missing out. Okay, Goat Man. I do actually plan on playing Wind Waker again. Wind Waker is a lot of fun. Ooh, that was really close. Phantom Hourglass also has the hammer, which is so incredibly broken. The hammer is so cool. I was briefly watching, what is it? The Mini Blins randomizer tournament, the Wind Waker tournament that's going on right now. And one of the runners, I don't remember their name, unfortunately. They had a DS Link skin or model. I don't really know what they go by. And the hammer was just the Phantom Hourglass hammer, and it looks so funny. It was so big. It was so out of place. I almost did a bit warp there, and I don't know why. But that's what my hands wanted to do. So the brain came in and said no. Well, I think the only trick I remember with the hammer off the top of my head is the one where you can, like, get it to go over walls. Forgot what the hammer is. You know those, like, things that we use to, like, drive in nails? Those were designed after the hammer from Phantom Hourglass. They did make it into a real thing. It is very cool. First time you ever did commentary practice at the gym, did a random bit warp there by accident. Didn't know each other at the time, was super embarrassed and haven't done it since. Nice. Well, if that's what it takes, not make the mistakes, that's what it takes. I actually don't know if I've done commentary with Jim. I think tomorrow might be my first time doing commentary with Jim. I went straight backwards and I don't know why. Oh, I see. So the hammer hitting the switches. That's what's broken. I guess that's why it matters that it can go over walls, right? Makes sense. Makes sense. You know what I've been watching a lot of lately? Majora's Mask. I feel like there's always somebody doing like 100% no major glitches right now. I've been watching a fair amount of that. Good second screen content. Nice reverse camera, classic. And we did that. Okay, that was kind of weird. Part of me was worried we were going to talk to Bug Kid there. Honestly, I should just say Gully. It's easier to say Gully than Bug Kid. Bug Kid. Never set a restriction on how far your items go, just the camera. Oh. With the bomb choose. I see where this is going. That's an interesting combo. Sounds kind of broken. I haven't played Majora's Mask in ages, actually. I've been meaning to play Majora's Mask 3D since it came out. Haven't done that. But I've been enjoying watching vanilla Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask 64. It seems like a hard run to get into. I wonder how many people are getting into Majora's Mask these days. Yeah, there's been a lot of Breath of the Wild any percent streams that I've seen. I'm not particularly into Breath of the Wild, but I do like some any percent sometimes. I really like the longer Breath of the Wild categories. I think All Shrines is super duper cool. I think 100% is just madness. Somebody's been doing Hundo lately. I think, no, Nuki's been doing Tears of the Kingdom Hundo, right? But I think, what do they go by? Do they still go by Purple Photon? Maybe just Photon now? They've been doing Breath of the Wild 100%. I don't really want to watch Tears of the Kingdom 100% because I haven't finished Tears of the Kingdom yet. So, I'm afraid that I will be spoiled if I watch it. Oh, dude, Pippi, I'm in the exact same boat. All Shrines is super cool. Tears of the Kingdom isn't good. Dang, you hate to see it. It definitely didn't suck me in the way Breath of the Wild did. I, like, couldn't put down Breath of the Wild. But Tears of the Kingdom did not feel the same. Majora's Mask greater than Ocarina of Time, and it's not even close. Ah, the classic debate. Us Zelda enjoyers will never change. You make fun of a YouTube comment you saw. I mean, I'm not the police. But, like, sometimes it's hard to not laugh at YouTube. Dude, some YouTube comments are crazy. I love reading YouTube comments. For some reason, I feel like YouTube comments, there's so many, like, quintessential, this run uses glitches, so it is not a real speed run. And, such other things that we've heard. At the end of the game, you hated it and wished it would end. Wow. See, I barely got off, like, the starting island. I think I played, like, 4 hours or something. Maybe 5? Maybe 3? There we go. We did the trick. Doing the trick is fast. Super stoned people. I think a great YouTube comment I saw. There was this really, really old Ocarina of Time video about defeating Goma in 9 rolls. And it was called defeating Goma in 9 rolls. And there was this comment that was like, is it just me or did he do 10 rolls? And I replied saying, it's just you. And that was my most thumbs up YouTube comment of all time. Like, every couple weeks, I'd get the like, somebody liked your YouTube comment thing on YouTube. It finally stopped one day, and I wondered why, and turns out the person deleted their comment. Kinda sad. We are heckin' left right now. That was so awkward. I didn't get the flap. I also didn't... I missed A when I went to dash, but whatever. We got into the sky, and that's what really mattered. I thought that was going to be it. Instead, we just got this really awkward second hit instead. Someone commented on Cloud's AGDQ run of Tears of the Kingdom all dungeons with. These are the best dungeons since TP. Skyward Sword wish they were this good. Well, I mean, I already made the confession that I basically haven't played Tears of the Kingdom. I did not make it to the first dungeon in Tears of the Kingdom. Although... how dare you talk down about Skyward Sword's dungeons? Skyward Sword has fantastic dungeons. Ancient Cistern? Oh my goodness, so clean. I feel like TP's dungeons are okay. I don't think they're that outstanding. Time to count to 11, so I'm sorry, I have to say nothing now. Okay, we did it. We counted to 11. That was a little bit awkward. Oh, this is very awkward. Oh my goodness. I strongly dislike this. Just as I drew it up. That was 100% planned. Wow, that was so incredibly sketchy. I'm not a big fan of Earth Temple either. Pretty good split. I never really liked Sandship too much. I think it looks cool. It's like a cool idea, but like speedrunning Sandship feels kind of boring. Cutscene to gameplay ratio? Yeah, exactly. It's not great, is it? It's like, I would like to play the game, please. How about 10 million miniature cutscenes? That's not fast. Actually, that would also work. I don't know why I'm so determined to start file 2 when file 3 also works. Oh, back in time. I wish there was like a single second to look at chat during the start of a fair and back in time. There really just isn't. Yeah, all Dungeon Sandship is cool because you just like skip everything. But boy, the Sandship is just littered with micro cutscenes. Like things go up and down and in and out, and it's like, oh my goodness. Yeah, Skyward Sword definitely has the like, I'm gonna start talking about something, but then I really need to focus for a second, so I'm just gonna stop talking about it. Someone got paid to make that cutscene, and you will enjoy it. Yeah, well, I didn't know that they got paid by the cutscene. True, you can talk during a skydive. But when counting flaps, oh my goodness, I feel like such an idiot. Like I can't say a single word that isn't a number when counting loftwing flaps. Or else like everything just I lose count so fast and then everything is terrible. At least that's just me. How optimized is the route? The route is quite optimized. There's not too much RNG in Skyward Sword, which is very nice. But it is a pretty difficult run. We would need to find something pretty serious in order for there to be a meaningful reroute. Honestly, Gear Him 1 feels like... Gear Him 1 and the Keys before Key Seed are the biggest RNG in my mind. We pretty much lost all of that time to accidentally running up a wall on Skyloft. Technically, there is a faster route, the TAS route. It's very interesting, but not really humanly viable. Every time I get that first try, I think about how I just saved a little bit of time on Thunderbolt's run. You know, not a big deal, just a little faster than Thunderbolt. Yerby, don't die. I'm sorry that we're dying is fast. Enjoy your dinner. Not during Gear Him 1. You know what else isn't fast during Gear Him 1? Getting your sword stolen. That's also not fast. So let's also not do that. Can't believe I had my sword stolen recently. So crazy. That was a pretty quick angle change. Very nice rope grab. We caught the slip. Oh my goodness, that's so rare. And by so rare, I mean you have to be in a really particular spot for it, and it's perfectly deterministic. And not at all up to champ. Yeah, if we could have consistent lava hops, then we could have a route. That would be like 50 minutes, 55 minutes. It'd be so cool. Probably 55 minutes. Yeah, how's that decon? How's that PC port coming along, Zeldex? Oh, no luck. No stab. Yurahim! Let me hit you. I blame Pippi for saying dying to Girahim 1 is slow. That's definitely a very interesting one. I don't think I've died to Girahim 1 in ages. That's too bad. That is very interesting. So Girahim blocked high, which means we must have accidentally done this slash, which is very interesting. Huh. I will say, I think I know why that happens. So during Girahim 1, I kind of intentionally, here I am justifying my mistake. I somewhat intentionally desync. So Link is kind of holding the sword more like this when I'm holding the Wii Remote straight. I feel like that probably has something to do with it. That's too bad. That was a good run. Okay, nobody tell Pippi. She doesn't need to know. I really want to put a bounty on the 80% TAS. I really want to complete that route on Dolphin. I don't think I want to do it on console yet, but I want to try and run through it on Dolphin, kind of like Lotad style. Yeah, I don't blame you, Zeldex. Decom seems like tough stuff. I poked my head into it, and I still have 10 billion questions before potentially doing any work on it. Doing right to left slashes is way more consistent and not hitting his top block position. I definitely find right to left more comfortable. I don't know why I wanted to do left to right. Really, you should just do an up slash every time, because Girahim never blocks down. So just get up slashes consistent, but up slashes are so awkward. Nobody wants to do a bunch of up slashes. No. Bonk. Up up slash into side spin is an evil input. It sure is. For some reason, all up slashes want to be horizontal spins. Especially when you're fighting Girihim 3. Oh my goodness. Beginning of the game is very hard. You know, that is three bonks. That's so many bonks. 3 bonks in the bonk jar. Actually, we do have a bonk jar now. Forgot about that. Intimidate your foes with a bug net. Like Twilight Princess Ganon in the fishing rod. Or Ganondorf in the fishing rod. If only we had that with the bug net in Skyward Sword. Against Girihim 1. When we don't have any items. No, okay, I'm actually glad that happened. We bonked 3 times. I don't want to run that bonk 3 times. But at the same time, I hate resetting. So really, really who wins? It's a tough call. There's an animation of Link rolling with the fishing rod. There's a special animation for it in Twilight Princess. That's crazy. The Twilight Princess rolling animation to me always looked so jank. I don't know why. It's like the same the Skyward Sword HD rolling animation is kind of the same deal. Although that's probably just because they like interpolated, like they didn't change it. It just now is like the same keyframes but at 60 FPS instead of 30. Just looks awkward. The TP is good. I have not played Twilight Princess in ages. Twilight Princess is definitely one of the games in the stack of games that I need to play through again. It's been so long. Years and years and years. I bought the GameCube edition like probably close to 10 years ago now. I've never played it. Rolling and Zelda games should look like Sonic games. Now that's an interesting take. At least Skyward Sword Link kind of puts his head to the side. In the original, like, 3D Zeldas, his head is just, like, dead center. Gotta demonstrate proper rolling technique. Ocarina of Time 3D rolls. I feel like the child rolls are pretty cursed. But for some reason, I don't feel the same way about the adult rolls in Ocarina of Time 3D. Yeah, dude, it's so expensive. I paid, like, too much for it ages ago. You've been rock solid. or consistency on the hay skip. Mm-hmm. That's a new one. You know what else is expensive? Twilight Princess HD. That game is for millionaires, dude. Oh my goodness, it's like 150 Canadian dollars anywhere I look. I want it so bad. It looks so good. I would love to play Twilight Princess HD. It looks amazing. It looks like just actually the best version of Twilight Princess that there is to play. But it's so hard to get. It has input lag issues. Interesting. As somebody who's never played it, that is not something that I knew. I'm back. Where did we die? We're not going to talk about it, okay? Look, if there's one thing that doesn't matter, it's where we died. I died to Girahim 1. Yep. That's slow. Well, on the bright side, this run hasn't died to Girahim 1. So that's pretty good. You got blamed. Shh, don't, you weren't supposed to tell her that. That was our secret. Yeah, he blocked high and I clearly accidentally slashed diagonally. That was kind of weird, but didn't matter. I blame Fledge. You know, we go out of our way to talk to Fledge right at the beginning of the game. And he doesn't even help us with Girahim. What the heck? But he does push down that log for us, which is pretty sweet. Blame Ulo. I blame Papa. The stupid magic of hitboxes thing? I'm not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure it was justified. Like, I'm pretty sure I actually did a diagonal slash. It was bad Girahim RNG anyway, so... Really, it was just a ploy to go to the next run to get better Girahim RNG. Yeah, we're like 3 seconds behind ideal here. Such is life. Codestone used to help with Game 1. True. was a cool route. That's such an awkward thing to RBM. The gossip stone popping up. You have to like start the file as you run around the corner. RBM the I don't like you dialogue option. Best dialogue option in the game. What do you think? I think my vote goes to What Shoulders. What Shoulders is pretty good. I honestly don't remember many of them. Because, you know, English slow. The Just Saying cutscene in general is pretty good. Nice hair. That's a good one. Not that guy. Yeah, for Scrapper. I wasn't sure if we were going to make that jump. Yeah, Just Saying is a very good cutscene. Very well written by whoever did the localization. I feel like there's a pretty good one with the water dragon, but I can't remember what it is. I feel like there's something silly you can say to the water dragon. Like when the water dragon asks, like, what are you doing here? You can be like, I live here or something like that. Maybe that's wrong. What's a Zelda? For some reason, the one in Breath of the Wild, where you go to like rent the seals, let's seal the deal, sticks out in my head. Very funny. Bunch of seal puns in that dialogue tree. Man, I can't believe we died to Girihim 1. That's crazy. What do we get access to with the back in time stuff? We unearth certain things like log appearing in forest due to shared memory addresses. Beyond that, I'm not really sure what else has happened. The big thing that we use back in time for is... so we abuse the loading of the shared memory addresses to change the state of back in time. But we abuse the writing to that shared memory space to change the state of the files. So in the same way that we can load our files and it'll change back in time, we can load our file and then in the brief window between starting the file and losing control and back in time, we can do something that updates that memory space, and then that'll have some effect on the map that we're on. So that's one very big thing. We can also kind of mix coordinates and maps. One second, I'm gonna do a sick trick. Sick trick complete. So we can mix coordinates and maps. We can enter a map in back in time and apply our file's coordinates to that map. Conversely, we can take a map from our file and apply select coordinates in back in time to that file. That's kind of an overview of the main things that we do in back in time. Even back in time gets affected by your progress. Kind of. Sometimes it does. You can load different things into back in time. I mean, I think you said you kind of understand the loading different things into back in time. Like you can load different story flags by selecting different files. So yeah, it kind of all is related. Like there we just bit saved with file 1 to load the Loftwing. Now we'll call the Loftwing, and now this is what I said earlier, where we're going to apply our file's coordinates to the map we're loading into in back in time. So we're loading into the sky, and we're applying file 2's coordinates, which don't exist. So it's just going to load us into the sky in file 2. That one is a reverse bit warp. There's a couple of them throughout the world. They're quite useful. Actually, another one's coming up right away, where we're going to enter Skyview and apply our saved file coordinates to Skyview to kind of warp into the center of Skyview. What are we doing? What is this? What are we? That was crazy. That Gwei was madness. I was about to do back in time. This is a death warp. Do not do back in time when you need to do a death warp. So here, I'll explain this. Oh, that's embarrassing. I'll try and explain this next back in time in a little bit more depth. Give you a good idea of what's going on. It's a pretty complex one, but should be able to do it. I was recently talking to 64 about accidentally jumping off there. And I think I mentioned that I hadn't done it in a long time. Oh, there we go. Paid my Skyward Sword taxes. We jumped off the ledge. Yeah, this reverse bit warp skips like the entirety of Farron. It's very cool. One thing that's going to be interesting here is we have the ability to dive off the... Oh, wait, sorry, I can't talk. I need to count to 11. I'm so sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We actually have the ability to dive off of our Loftwing in back in time. In the Loftwing tutorial. Because of that reverse bit warp we did into the sky. And this is going to be very useful, because the Loftwing tutorial is the only version of the sky that doesn't crash in back in time. So that's going to allow us to go into the sky in back in time and dive to the Farron Pillar, which coincidentally we are also doing right now, just not in back in time. Wow, we are so far behind because of that void out. That is so sad. Real day ruler. Seconds. Steep. Like, basically these next 3 splits are very good in PB, so it's going to be a little tough. Okay. So, we're going to save here. It's important that we visit Farron in this file. It's going to allow us to do some stuff later. But now we're going to activate back in time. The first thing we're going to do in back in time is copy some files. That doesn't matter. The second thing we're going to do in back in time is bonk a tree. So we're going to select file 1, which is loaded, or which is saved on Skyloft and has the gates open. And then we're going to bonk the tree, which is going to load File 1's Skyloft flags onto Skyloft. It's going to load Skyloft's flags because File 1 is saved on Skyloft. Now that gate's going to be open. Some more file copying, don't worry about this. The next thing we're going to do is save certain coordinates to File 3. So we're going to go through these gates that we just opened. And now we're going to save these coordinates to File 3. So File 3 has the coordinates of these bird statues, of this bird statue saved to it. Next, we're going to go jump into the sky. So saving File 3 also loaded the Loftwing. So we have access to the Loftwing here. And then we're going to go into the sky with File 2, which is the one that's going to load us into the Loftwing tutorial. And as I mentioned earlier, we have the ability to dive off our Loftwing. So we can do 2 quick flaps and then dive all the way to Farron. Now, on the way into Farron, if we load in with a file that's already been to Farron, it's going to try and pull up the map and ask us which bird statue we want to land at. But unfortunately, pulling open the map always crashes back in time. We actually need to enter the pillar with File 1 to get the special entrance cutscene, and then I'm going to select File 2 here, so that when we do load into the sealed grounds, it's going to load the data from a file that has already been here, so it's not going to play an intro cutscene. Next, we're going to select File 1. We talk to Fledge, so Fledge is going to pull down this log for us. Just happens to line up in memory. And then we're going to enter sealed grounds with File 1. File 1 does not have the tunic, so we're not going to see Gorko here. And then now we're going to head into Farron Woods. So we're going to, again, head into Farron Woods with a file that does not have, or that has not been to the surface. So this is going to load a special version of Farron that you're never supposed to get to. This is called Farron 0, and it doesn't have certain things. So, for example, there's going to be no Machi here, there's going to be no Bokoblins, there's going to be nothing in our way from basically booking it straight to Deep Woods. Here we're going to save File 1 for later, if we want to be at this statue later, so we might as well save it here now. Save File 1 to this statue, and I'm actually going to select File 3 because there's a certain soft lock you can get File 1 selected. Next, we need to reload the area. So we want to reload the area with Files 1 flags. File 1 has the flag that is going to pull down the rope to Deep Woods. But unfortunately, we need to reload the area for the vine to actually come down. So we can do that by dying with File 1 and reloading the area. Alright, that reloaded the area. So it took down that vine. Like I said, that vine needs a reload to come down. So now we can just go take that vine into Deep Woods. Now what's going to happen on the other side of Deep Woods is fairly complicated. We saved Mia on Skyloft, which is going to line up in memory with the flag that says that the flag that is set when you hit the switch to get into Skyview. So we're immediately going to load into Skyview, or the opening Skyview cutscene. Please work? Okay, good. Now I don't exactly remember why we select these files, but select File 1, File 3, skip, and you can see we're in the Skyview opening cutscene. So now we're going to take those coordinates that we saved to File 3 on Skyloft and apply them to Skyview. So we saved at that Upper Academy statue, and we're applying them into Skyview, which is going to put us right in this main area. And that's how we skip all of Farron. Hopefully that was a decent explanation of that one back in time. Hopefully I didn't cause more questions than I gave answers. Yep, definitely awesome. Glad to hear. There's a lot going on in back in time. All right, we load 2x10 and then get rid of it. I don't know, that's something to do with like the Skyview doors, if I remember correctly. There's like 2 flags that you need to set or something. The one thing I can talk about while doing Back in Time is Back in Time. As long as it's talking about the Back in Time that I'm currently doing, I can talk about Back in Time. Because that's basically what's going through my head when we're doing Back in Time. And I'm just trying to talk about something else most of the time. So it's kind of surprisingly easy to talk about Back in Time. Miss. Didn't miss. I knew it wasn't going to miss. We were slightly late. That's the second accidental void out in this run. Fun fact. Yeah, this run kind of stinks compared to the last run. We're like 25 seconds behind it. Back in Time is very unfriendly. It is not obvious what is going on, and it is very hard to follow. Please? Sloppy gear game already. No stab. One more? One more. Not a terrible phase 2. Got a little unlucky. Didn't get the immediate attacks. We'll lose a little bit of time. Oh, we also had the sword grabbed, but not stolen. Irium did not steal the sword. Man, a single void out, I just realized. A single void out on Skyloft is 20 seconds. That's brutal. That's so much time to lose to a void out. Kind of like watching an ace route that splits up into a long 1 hour run. Definitely kind of smells like Ace. It's kind of got the same vibe to it. It's definitely, like, from a what's going on in the game perspective, nothing like arbitrary code execution. But it feels same in the way that, like, they're doing all these weird things that make no sense, and then magic is happening. Another thing that kind of blew my mind like that was if you related the low A press challenge to Skyward Sword Pacifist in the way that they both kind of go against the intention of the game. Like, the focus in Skyward Sword really is the, you know, the motion control attacking. And in the same way that the main action in Super Mario 64 is jumping, Pacifist completely gets rid of that. It says, what if we didn't do that? Skyward Sword low A press? Okay, now we're cooking. Here we're gonna bonk with file 1 again. For the same reason, to open the gates. And then we're gonna do the exact same trick that we did into Skyview, where we're gonna take the coordinates saved on file 3 and apply them to the zone we're loading into, which in this case is going to be the goddess statue. Low A press would be 100 to 200. I guess there's a lot of text, isn't there? I was trying to think of things. I was like, oh, you gotta, like, you know, place that, and you gotta, like, talk to bird statues. I forgot about text. There's a lot of text. Okay, time for another back in time. And guess what? We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to take the coordinates saved on file 3, and we're going to apply them to the map that we're loading into. So this time, we're going to load into Farron. Or sorry, we're going to load into Eldon, and the coordinates we need are actually at a statue in Farron. So we got to dip into Farron just to get some coordinates, and then head to Eldon. Back in time is pretty cool. It's very analogous to what we do into Skyview. Remember not to go too fast. Oh yeah, you're right, Rich. I mean, we are 21 seconds behind. I think we're not going too fast. I think we are achieving the goal. But I did forget. Thank you for the reminder. I was turning right, and we needed to turn left. Okay, we're way the heck up in the sky. This is the exact same deal as before, where we need to go into Farron with a file that has not been to Farron, so that we don't pull up the map, so the map will crash. File 1 still has not been to Farron, so we'll use file 1 again. I'm somewhat nervous. I feel like I've been turned. I have not been turned. Okay. Controls are feeling very strange right now. So the coordinates we need are going to be from this statue right here. So we'll save file 3. Now file 3 has the coordinates of this statue. Then we're going to head to the sky. Into the sky with file 2 to load the tutorial layer. And then we need to remount the loft wing with file 3, since that's going to load story flags. And the Eldon pillar being open is a story flag. So here we're going to load file 3 data. We'll call the loft wing. We're going to do it into this zipper. We have to remount anyway. Might as well do it into a fast place. And the Farron pillar is like here somewhere, at the Eldon pillar. Same deal. Load Eldon and apply file 3's coordinates, and it's going to put us out of bounds. We can use this out of bounds position to run all the way up to the Earth Temple. Yeah, Twitch Mobile's terrible. I can't stand it. It's really bad. I am not a fan. I don't like Twitch's video player either. Like, YouTube is just such a better experience to use the YouTube player than the Twitch player. No enter Eldon split. Yep. It's all got collision because of that lava, I think. I heard somebody say once. What's interesting is that you don't slip down it like you do a lot of places. So, like, there's the slippery slopes, but there's like a special slippy property that those slopes have that they didn't give to those out of bounds rocks, because why would they do that? They're out of bounds. Nobody's ever going to get there. And this back in time is to open the Earth Temple. So the flag in memory that says, "Is the Earth Temple open?" is in the same location as the grave being pushed on Skyloft. So what we can do is we can start file 3, and then we can push the grave, and it's going to set the grave bit, which is in the same location in memory as the open Earth Temple flag, and so it's going to open the Earth Temple on file 3. Of course, we need to sleep tonight. And then the tunic crashes at night, so we need to be careful not to leave the house with the tunic. File 3 has the tunic, the other two do not. So we can just select file 1 on the way out. Then we can go push the grave. We can go start file 3 and then push the grave. So, start file 3, push grave. Gold split. I think that's perfect timing. Oh, it was not perfect timing. I was early. I thought I was not early. I thought that was absolute peak, but it was not. Honestly, that's nowhere near as bad as failing key siege. Not happening, bro. Not happening. Okay, that's happening. It's not happening! This is my least favorite room in the entire run, easily. We did get a gold split, though. That's pretty sick. That brought us down to 109.13. There's just so many difficult things in this room, and RNG is honestly what I dislike the most. The first Keese's RNG is deplorable. I am not a fan. See if I remember the take 2 timing. I think it's 2 fewer. Or I think it's 2 extra is what I meant to say. It was not 2, it was 3. Now this guy's gonna follow us all the way over here. And be a jerk. Now we get to wait. We can't reset without getting key seed once. A location saved when you perform bit. How do we get into this dungeon? Pushing the gravestone. So, pushing the gravestone opened the door, but opening the door immediately puts you in Earth Temple. It's kind of special like that. So pushing the grave opened the door, and opening the door put us in here. I accidentally stabbed. Ah, so sad. Yeah, we lost like 2 minutes here. It did barely miss. I have like a kind of weird lineup. I have a very general lineup that I use for lining up that sprite. Yeah, I lost 2 minutes. Very tough. So it should always be kind of close. I press the home button whenever I want, game. You can't tell me what to do. Okay, let's see what our options are now. Given that it is 10:30. Wait, what? Really? It's only 10:30? Oh, I thought it was gonna be like midnight. Just keep going. What the heck? The turnaround timing at the start of Earth Temple is very tight. I would love to practice it on console, but unfortunately, you need to like redo that back in time that opens Earth Temple every single time you want to practice it. So it's really not fun to practice on console. Like, that is something I definitely do prefer practicing on Dolphin. Even though practicing on Dolphin really, really sucks. It's so bad. Oh my goodness, I wish it was good. But it's bad. Okay. Next run. We do it again. And this time Grandra's the expert and is going to explain all the back in time stuff. Yeah, like I said, back in time is very very hard to follow unless you know a lot of the rules of back in time. I remember my first time running through the early boss rush route. I forgot to talk to Fledge, and I was very confused when the log did not come down and seal the grounds. I've since matured. No, we did the thing. We've been so good at this today. We finally lost a run to the first boss. The Hay Man. Thankfully, best part about losing a run to the Hay Man, you just press the reset button. You don't gotta reload the save data. You haven't saved yet. You can just press reset, and you can try again. very fast. Like a Twilight Princess runner resetting to the gate. I wonder what's up with that 10.5 minute possible time loss in this split. Like when did we lose 10.5 minutes on this split? That seems outrageous. And no, there's no stale reference manipulation discovered in Skyward Sword. Yet. Back in Time is by far the most powerful tool we have in Skyward Sword. Nothing else even comes close. Although Back in Time is kind of a collection of tools, so that's kind of like saying my best tool is my toolbox full of all of my tools. But what are you gonna do? It's a good tool. So much so that the third thing we do in the run is go and activate Back in Time. Bush teleport does... I was distracted by the bush teleport. Bush teleport does look like SRM. You get the invisible Link with his hands up. How dare you distract me with bush teleport? Such a fun trick. Bush teleport is this trick where I'm pretty sure all you do is bring a bush to the start of Farron. Like in Farron Woods, the area with the Kikwees. You just grab a bush and then you go near the entrance from the sealed grounds and the bush just disappears or something. I don't remember exactly what happens. But it does look exactly like something that stale reference or manipulation would do. Yeah, but I don't think you can do anything useful with it, right? I don't think it has any utility. Which is too bad, because it's very cool. It's always too bad when there's interesting things that don't have real utility in any categories. And when rando it does. I'm not rando-brained enough. Rando is all the rage, and I'm like the old man yelling at clouds. Another first boss down. A-Man did not stand a chance. He always taunts us with his power here. His hay has no effect at this range. It's merely a hay of intimidation. Monstrously difficult though, since the ruined slope things in the desert make you always drop the bush. Nice. Good old Skyward Sword. That was really close to the edge. Nice. Good death. Ugh. Ah! I missed the A button. Well, that's embarrassing. So, when you activate back in time, you press yes, I would like to continue, and then you press the reset button. If you are silly, like me, then you miss the A button and you press the reset button, and then you just reset and you don't do back in time. That is kind of silly. Oh, we actually could have done the cool file dupe trick to reset the run. Should have done that instead. That's always fun. Skyward Sword. Fun fact, I ran this game with the Wii safety strap for a very long time. I don't think it was until... Honestly, it might have been this year that I ran the game with the Wii strap on. The Wii safety strap. But it's definitely convenient to just not have it. I'm surprised my cat hasn't come to bug us yet. I feel like after a couple attempts, she normally finds her way in here. Starts trying to jump on my lap like the wonderful kitty she is. Or the desk. Less wonderful, standing in front of the monitor while trying to do a speedrun. Ew, no. Okay, I thought we were gonna run out of stamina. Yo, Ryan. You have the raid? Welcome everybody to some Skyward Sword. Presumably, actually I think you were doing TP Glitchless Hundo, right? How was that going, Ryan? There can be over here, alright. See you in a bit. You bring objects? No. You cannot bring objects around. Hold up. Do I know that for sure? I don't know that for sure. That's kind of just my best guess. Like, did you RBM holding something? That might work. Yeah, we should test that. If run dies in a good spot to test that, we're totally gonna test that. Like if you start the file and then pick up a barrel or something, you might load in with the barrel. Thank you for the good luck, Brian. Did we bonk? Yeah, we bonked. We had awkward stamina. Okay, do not miss the A button. Very good. We didn't miss the A button. Yeah, because if you started the file, you need to stay very distinct between loading files and starting files. Loading files is clicking on them in back in time, and starting them is actually pressing the start button. If you start a file and then pick something up, you might actually be able to, I guess that'd be effectively RBMing picking something up. Very interesting. That'd be like the same mechanic as we RBM flags, right? Except with other data. I mean, presumably there's like a is holding flag or something, but very interesting question. I wish we got to hear the sky music more in this game. Or in this run. We get to hear a lot of file select music, which isn't bad, you know, it's not a bad rendition of the Great Fairies Fountain. But the sky theme is just so epic. Like here, what we do is we start the file, and then the flag for the Baron Pillar opening is set, so it opens it on our file. And I feel like picking up should just be the same. Oh my goodness, I can't stop thinking about this question. What is this, Crow? Don't decease yourself without the intention of deceasing yourself. To end up on a title screen while still playing the game. Thank you for the advice. Yeah, I like the more elaborate. Don't die is good. You know, good advice. But that's like don't die, but like wearing a fancy suit, you know? I like it. My go-to is either GLGL, or if I'm feeling particularly fun, then I'll say something like, good luck zooming fastly, or something like that. It's pretty fun. See, the issue with just don't die is that don't die is just bad advice for Skyward Sword, unfortunately. Like, I'm pretty sure in Twilight Princess, you just don't want to die, like, basically ever. Like, I don't think there's even any death warps I can think of off the top of my head. Not a TP expert. So very good advice for TP. Wind Waker is complicated. Is zombie hovering dying? Because you lose all your health, but you don't, like, die, you know? Yeah, everyone says GL, which is why I do GL. It makes me feel unique, stand out among the crowd. I'm providing twice as much luck as everybody else is, so clearly there's got to be some value in that. There's theoretically one spot where I might save a few seconds. Oh, interesting. Where's that? Really? Is, like, swimming across the lake that slow? It's always interesting to see, or to remember. So I mostly play Skyward Sword right now, right? In Skyward Sword, bombs deal 2 hearts of damage. 2 hearts. In Wind Waker, they deal 1/4 heart of damage. They deal 8 times more damage in Skyward Sword. Twilight Princess, I don't remember if it's half or 1/4. I want to say it's half. They deal 1 heart? Yeah, but we're in hero mode. Exactly. So it's 2 hearts. Happen TV? Okay. That's what I thought. Pretty sure it's also half in Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. This is not true. There are things that deal 1/4 heart damage in Skyward Sword. Like a cactus. But it does seem that they kind of doubled the damage that most things deal, but gave you twice the starting health. I think that's actually interesting, because technically that would make each heart, if everything is double damage, then every heart container is half as effective. So I think it's interesting. Technically, it would make, like, late game more difficult. Yeah, dying in Wind Waker is so fast. The amount of time just spent, like, damaging down from 3 hearts in Wind Waker is actually hilarious. You get jump slashed by a Dark Knight and take 3 hearts. I think Moblins deal, like, a whole heart, don't they? With their big wind-up attack. That was so late again. Oh my goodness. Gah. Stuck in the start of Skyward Sword. dying doesn't bring you to the start of the dungeon and TP? What? What even is the penalty for dying? I mean, I guess realistically, in every Zelda game, there's basically no penalty for dying. Like, you pretty much just have to run back to where you were, and you can kind of ignore all of the enemies along the way. It's not like Dark Souls where you lose your collected souls and you have to go pick them up. What on earth is going on? I think I know what's going on. Okay. Nothing important. We'll try E one more time, and then we'll move on to a different letter. Clearly, E is not the letter. Yeah, so theoretically on hero mode, it'd be faster, because you could take more damage, so you could have more optimal death warps. But then it's mirrored. I mean, mirrored isn't that big of a deal, is it? I do feel like I have seen a number of accidental deaths in Twilight Princess, though. I feel like it would make quite a bit more difficult.
Yo. Oh.
Come on, text. Dead. And we get hate. Oh my goodness. How embarrassing. Oh yeah, we gotta reset the timer. I said we'd do one more E, but I feel like if we don't make it past the Hey Man, then it doesn't really count. We're gonna do one more E. We at least have to make it past the Hey Man, or else it's not a real Skyward Sword run, right? Amplify Lord. Yep, doing some any percent. Hopefully we won't be doing any percent for too much longer. I'm just looking for a 109. I think I want a 109 and then I'll probably move on to something else. Right now I'm looking at all dungeons, although a different game is also possible. I do really enjoy running the Wind Waker, HD in particular. So maybe we'll do that? I'm not quite sure. How you doing though? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey. Yo. Oh.
See, that is one thing I need to be careful of, Grovel. Is I already kind of have wrist problems. I have rhythm game induced wrist problems. So I need to be quite careful. Skyward Sword's pretty light on the wrists, which is nice. I'm not a super big fan of mashing. as cool as zombie hovers are, like I said, not super big on mashing. You're a massage therapist, your hands are doubly messed. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Yeah, imagine being a massage therapist would kind of mess up your hands. And conversely, you don't want to mess up your hands for your livelihood by speedrunning Wind Waker, now do you? As important as speedruns are, oh, we are so trapped in the first 3 minutes right now. It's so sad. What was I saying? Oh, yes. As important as speedruns are, it's probably more important to make sure that you have somewhere to live. Having somewhere to live, very, very important. Hey, Ryan. Welcome back. Hope your snack was good. Skyward Sword runs are not great today. Not gonna lie. We are currently kind of having some difficulties getting out of Skyloft. We did have one run that was like 20-something seconds ahead into Skyview, and then it died to Girihim 1, which is kind of embarrassing. To be done with Twilight Princess and do New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe playthrough. Oh, interesting. Are you planning on moving on from Twilight Princess kind of in general, or was that just kind of a today I feel like doing something special type deal? What was it? Your hands will be extended a lot, and gaming your hands are fixed. So maybe it'll somehow balance out. Yeah, you contract your fingers, or you extend your fingers during the day and contract them during the night or something. And then all of that works out to perfect finger health, right? That's how that works. Maybe that's not how that works. I don't know. I'm not a... Who would know? Physiotherapist, maybe? Yeah, I feel like my hands are always curled up. I work on a keyboard. I hold Wii remotes. I ride my bicycle. And they're always curled up. I'd have to give up long runs. You've been going really hard on the long runs. You've been doing Twilight Princess HD glitchless like crazy lately. Oh, you're gonna be going back to Skyward Sword HD. Nice. That's exciting. Not too many people playing Skyward Sword HD right now. I know Variety is sometimes playing Skyward Sword HD. Hey! Ah! And yeah, we will get a run eventually. Just kind of too bad that we feeling. Oh my goodness, that was so rude. Are feeling a little bit trapped at the beginning of the game. Okay, next time I'm gonna do. Next time we get to Death Post, I'm gonna do a safe Death Post. Just to make sure that we can continue. Even if we lose a second or two, it'll be alright. Yeah, I quite like longer runs. I liked Skyward Sword when it was longer. I think for me, the sweet spot is kind of like 3 hours. Ergonomics. Yeah. That's the word. Heck yeah, we just needed a genius to come in here. Oh my goodness. I don't know if at this point in my life I could actually do old Skyward Sword any percent consistently like I used to. But with slightly longer runs, I definitely like slightly longer runs. Not a big fan of resetting. Skyward Sword any percent is definitely on the short end for me now. I kind of wish it was like 20 minutes longer, I'm not gonna lie. I find that since longer runs are harder to optimize, a larger proportion of your runs can get further into the run.
Oh.
Or like Skyward Sword 100%. Like I don't know how I would find the time for like a 7-hour run these days.
Hey.
Are you the first person to do Wind Waker 100% glitchless? Whoa. I feel like that category would be extremely long. It's barely sub 8. Yeah. Jeez. That's crazy. It's like a full workday. For one speedrun. I do kind of want to do Skyward Sword 100% a little bit. There is a pretty cool new route. But, I don't know. I'm going to have to try and find the time. And I kind of just don't see it happening. It's crazy that that didn't get the clip. Any of Hey Guys text boxes time-based? No, it's position-based, unfortunately. And there's no way to die over there. The only way to die before talking to Zelda is using Death Post. Which is what we immediately do after skipping Hey Guy. Although, interesting idea. I don't think there's anything particularly interesting that happens in Skyward Sword when you die and activate a cutscene at the same time. Just don't sleep. Man, how cool would it be if you just didn't need to sleep? Just have like an extra, for me it'd be like, what, an extra 7 hours every single day? That'd be so sick. Yeah, if I'm gonna be real with myself, I spend a lot of time in bed these days. I'm a grad student. I get out of bed at like 10:30 on a good day. At least Skyward Sword HD has instant text. Skyward Sword regular, Skyward Sword Wii, the text is absolutely brutal. Well, we get another run to ceremony skip. About 6 minutes, we get to learn if this run gets to continue. Full 8 hours. Dang. I feel like I've never really gotten full 8 hours. I feel like I'm happiest when I get like 6 to 6.5. Which is kind of weird, because that seems like not very much. You should get like 7 hours of sleep. I feel like 7 is a very, very common number of hours of sleep to get. I feel like that's the expected value when you ask somebody how much sleep they typically get. I am also not a coffee drinker. I am strictly a water guy. I am a big water enjoyer. Just water is good enough for me. I feel like I kind of got lucky. I don't know. I just never really got into coffee. Like obviously drank it at some point in my life and was like, oh, okay, that's an option. And then it continued being an option forever, and now here I am. Same with tea. I know a lot of people who are really into tea, but I never really got into tea either. My parents, very into tea throughout my entire life. Now, once in a while, I'll have alcoholic beverages, but very rarely. Yeah, soft drinks? Dude, I basically never have soft drinks. I feel like I don't like most of them. Like, root beer's not bad, but like Coke and Pepsi are kind of disgusting. I have a friend who really likes Dr. Pepper. Eh. Good with popcorn. Popcorn's pretty. I do love some popcorn. My real weakness, though, is ice cream. I have a real big soft spot for ice cream. I've been a very good boy lately. I have not been buying much ice cream. But sometimes I get into an ice cream buying habit, and I'm having just so much ice cream. It's so good. I love ice cream. It's so delicious. Sherbet as well? Heck yeah. Or gelato? Oh my goodness. There's this amazing gelato place. But like Nucci's Gelati or Nucci's Gelato or something. Oh my goodness. That Keith just saved us a split second. That's so cool. You're the only certified ice cream hater in this country. Dude. That is madness. Ice cream is like pure deliciousness. Ice cream and root beer go pretty well together. My ex-girlfriend introduced me to the root beer float a while ago. Pretty good, not gonna lie. Honestly, seems like a weird combination, but I kind of like it. I have also never met another person who truly dislikes ice cream. That's an interesting take. That is a very spicy take. If you had to relate it to how much you dislike pineapple on pizza, like, I'm just trying to get a sense for the scale here. Okay, that works. Don't think I've ever done that before. That's kind of silly. Speaking of what? You have to eat the pineapple pizza then you'd rather have ice cream. Okay. So it's not quite the same level of disdain, but it sounds like it's still pretty serious. Yeah, even my family members who are lactose intolerant are big fans of ice cream. And cheese. Cheese is good stuff. Okay, let's do the trick. Let's save the time. Save the frames or whatever the memes are. I'm up to date. We did the trick. I thought that was going to be late. I'm not going to lie. I thought we were a frame late. Now, for those who may not know, that is a 2-frame side hop. There are a couple of pure black frames between pressing cancel and the wing ceremony loading in. And if you side hop on one of 2 of those frames, then you can avoid the cutscene. I time it. I used to mash. Now I'm a lot more consistent timing, which is very nice. And it also makes it feel like it's actually my fault when I miss it. Versus mashing, which is just like, well, you know, I pressed the button really fast and didn't get it. So I kind of feel better when I fail it timing than mashing. Yeah, I got it like half the time as well. I definitely get it at least half the time now. Okay, we are heckin' to the right here. We adjusted for it. All good. And we're in the sky, which means we're probably going to make it to Farron. Very good. We got a run on our hands. Mashing on the Wii remote also just is like super awkward. Don't worry about it, 64. We get to show off a sick backup if you miss it tomorrow. I stink. Yeah, that was only kind of slow, not like treacherously slow. So that's not too bad. Let's just not make sure to not jump off of Skyloft here again, and we should be good. Look at that. We went on the right side of Zelda instead of the left side. Very fast. Very, very fast. I think you time as well, 64, right? I don't think you mash. Oh, this silly chair. I need a new chair, but I just spent a bunch of money on bike tools. So, not happy. Still need a bike stand, though. Kind of annoying to actually work on it. Anyway, let's make it into Farron. That was shockingly tight. I thought we were going to have a lot more wiggle room than we actually had there. Try to time it and mash the button a couple times. Interesting. So then, I guess that would explain why you once in a while jump back into the cutscene. Because I was thinking, like, if you time it, like, you shouldn't be jumping back into the cutscene. Can I ask why you mash a couple times? Also, we're gonna have to remember that we're at an awkward angle here. We need to go back and to the right later when we're gonna load this file. Okay, here we go. Do the cool tricks. You're still bad at the timing and superstitious. All right, fair enough. I thought that was gonna crash. I thought that was 2 frames. Oh, I'm so glad that wasn't. So for some context in what I just said, if you press plus for 2 frames, it'll open up the map. The map always crashes back in time. Copy is the plus button. Thankfully, you only need to press 1 frame to do the copy. But it is pretty easy to make that mistake. What am I doing? Some people have used metronomes in the past to time it. Or the Skyloft melody is like the perfect BPM if you can hum it in your head. Or out loud, I mean, I don't know, out loud works too. I've probably spent like a total of half an hour practicing it. Literally hours is kind of madness, but I can imagine doing that. Jim is like that kind of madman, you know. Yeah, there really is no visual cue. It's literally a black screen. There's kind of a visual cue you can use when like the stuff fades out, but again, you literally want the black frames. Okay, here's a weird question. What is the optimal thickness for a pizza sauce? Do you like a thinner sauce or do you like a thicker sauce? Thinner? Very interesting. Jaznix is a thinner pizza sauce kind of guy. Remora, also thinner. Very interesting. Very interesting. See, I'm definitely a thicker pizza sauce kind of guy. I like me a nice thick pizza sauce. Probably thicker? Okay, okay. Somebody's on the same wavelength as me. The reason I ask is because there's this really good locally made pizza. It's super, super good. Except the sauce is like they held a tomato above the dough and just like squeezed it, and then that's the sauce that they used. It's super nasty. I really strongly dislike it. But like the rest of the pizza is so good, it's so sad. Just need the sauce to not make the crust soggy. Yeah, like it makes the crust soggy. Who wants a soggy pizza crust? Nobody. Nobody wants a soggy pizza crust. Yeah. I never really thought about it that much, but I think I'm in the exact same school of thought. Where like it just needs to not make it needs to not feel wet. I had one of those fantastic pizzas with terrible sauce for dinner today, which is why I asked. Pizza's another thing, another one of my weak spots. Ice cream and pizza are like what my two irresistible things, my two irresistible foods. Offer me ice cream or pizza, and I am not saying no. Also, that was like the fastest I've ever gotten that angry. That was crazy. Absolutely ripping. Ever had ice cream on pizza? I cannot say that I've had ice cream on pizza. Now we're late. We weren't late, but I was scared by the fact that we voided out last time. So it was kind of just wimp energy on my part. Can't separate the pizza from the sauce. If the sauce is bad, the pizza's bad. Yeah, but like the rest of it is so good. Like the crust is perfect. The cheese is delicious. The toppings are like fantastic. The sauce is bad. The KS? KS is probably Kansas? I'm like 80% sure KS is Kansas. Conversation makes you sad as lactose intolerant. Dude, I love pizza. He did it. Stop jumping. Yeah, couldn't get behind him. Not a bad fight. There was the one teleport and like 2 darts, but they were both horizontal. And that one time when he was right in the corner. Normally you can still get behind him when he's kind of at the wall like that and prevent him from teleporting, but couldn't quite do it there. You had brownies on pizza? What? I mean, if you can put brownies on pizza. If you can put brownies on pizza, then surely you can put ice cream on pizza. Because ice cream and brownies are so good. So good together. New York style pizza is like really fat slices of pizza, right? That's what New York style pizza is. Is this? Oh my goodness. No, it's not. Oh, it's so close. This is very close to a sub 25 Skyview. It's not quite fast enough. Good morning and good luck. Thank you for the good luck. Good morning to you as well. Ice cream as the sauce and brownies as the toppings. Sub 25 of you door split? Yeah, but door splitting is for nerds. I don't door split. I'm a consistent split timing enjoyer. Fades and cutscene skips for me only, thank you. Yeah, remember what I said earlier. We gotta hold to the right, or else we're gonna bonk. Nice. We actually remembered it. No problem, Grandra. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Have yourself a good night. What are we doing? We're getting the tablet on the file. Right. See, sometimes when I start thinking about things like delicious brownies and ice cream, I like to forget the route. Skyward Sword is a pretty easy route to forget, since you kind of do really weird, arbitrary things in Back in Time. It's just like the free sub-6 Goddess Sword, if I just split a little bit earlier. But I split on the cutscene skip. I feel like I'm slowly pushing my start file timing earlier on that, and eventually I'm gonna do too early, and we're not gonna have enough time to make it into the loading zone. This is what our second run has made it this far tonight. It's not too bad. We're getting runs that are a couple seconds ahead with decent consistency. That always feels good. When you're consistently getting runs that are ahead, you know a PB is somewhat around the corner. And we actually have most of our time save in this run at the very end. There's like 50 seconds at the very end or something ridiculous. Again, we need to hold slightly to the right here because we had a jank save spot. Very good. I can't stop thinking about ice cream and brownies, guys. I'm not gonna lie. So good. There's this brand, so you know, like box brownies. You know, you buy like the brownie mix in the box, and you just like add some eggs and stuff, and make brownies. There's this box brownie brand. I don't remember what they're called, but they're in the like health food aisle. You know, like the trendy like healthy food aisle at the grocery store near me. And oh my goodness, they're so freaking good. They are unbelievably good. I haven't had them in ages. I should buy some ice cream and make those brownies. Oh my goodness. There's also this cashew-based ice cream in the same aisle. Very, very good. So good. Who knew that cashew-based ice cream was so good? I had no idea. I feel like we're kind of high up here. We're indeed ever so slightly high up. But not a problem. How is possible time loss calculated? It takes a look at my worst segment, and it subtracts, it takes the time difference between my worst segment and my PB segment. So it's the same as possible time save, except with worst segment instead of best segment. It's a live split component that I made. You too can have it if you want. It's really dumb, and you shouldn't use it. I think it's funny. Although it definitely needs an ability to like trim your worst, because like we're never gonna lose 15 minutes here, you know. Now this is not good. But if you get a new worst time, then it updates. No. Backup strats? That was a very poorly executed backup, but it was pretty close to what I was trying to do. It's... See, I thought it was going to be easy to make that live split component. Boy, was I wrong. There's a property on all live split segments that's just best time. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just take a look at how best time does it. And then I'll just change best to worst and we'll have possible time loss. Hee hee ha ha. Super funny, right? No. Because possible, like, best segment is a reasonable thing to track. Why the heck would you track worst segment? So the component actually has to look through, like, the entire split history and find the worst segment and then do the math. It's really not great, but it does the job. Oh, good stamina. But not good line, I think, so good stamina was kind of fake. There is a worst segment comparison built in, and it uses their, like, worst segment generator. So it's also not the same as best. How is that different? It's just different. Like, instead of each segment having a property, it's like calculating it every time. It's just different. Excellent. What's the difference? It's just different. I'm not doing right side. I'm so bad at right side. No, we got the bonk. Oh, this cutscene is like an hour long. We're actually gonna lose like 20 seconds here now. It's not too bad. Thank you for attacking. He's not been attacking lately, and it's sketchy when he doesn't attack. Okay, kind of crappy splits, but such is life, okay? You know what? It happens. Deal with it. Now here comes 64's prediction. His favorite Gamba. Also, hi Andy, how you doing? How was your TP Hundo glitchless at like vampire hours last night. And can I also ask why? I guess not when you normally stream, I feel like. Your OBS decided it didn't want to stream anymore, so we had to be done. Oh. That's too bad. That's kind of lame. Not a big fan of tech failures myself. Kind of frustrating. Okay, gotta be careful. Do not press A right away here, or it's going to make you a very sad person. Yeah, I bonk. Nope, no lava hop. Oh, you work from 1 AM to noon. I did not know that. Yeah, I imagine that's tough during the summer when the days are long. I find that my sleep schedule is much more regular in the summer than it is in the winter. Because in the winter, it's just like always dark. So, like, what does it matter when you're up? But in the summer, I find myself actually being up when the sun is out. Which is when it's nice. It's nice to be up when the sun is out. I used to start work really early. I used to start work at like 5:30, sometimes 4:30 a.m. But that was like 7 days a week. So I didn't have the chance to like fall to a normal rhythm. Yeah, everybody says D here. It looks like an O to me? Does that make me the bad guy? Am I the bad guy? There's a little bump on the right, but D's have big bumps on the right, not little bumps on the right. I don't know, I feel like it kind of is about the size. Like, if it wasn't there, then it would be an O. But it is there. But it's not there enough, so it's still an O. You know, like sometimes you're doing an O and your pencil just goes like a little bit up past the point where it connects. That's what it looks like to me. The eye is... right. That's not good. I think that means 4 cycle. Maybe not if we timed it properly. But it means, unfortunately, we are not going to save our 14 seconds here. Very sad. I feel like lately I've been slacking on the nunchuck inputs. I feel like I used to give a good, like, hurrah when I do a spin attack. But I feel like I've been very weak with my spin attack inputs lately. Had that problem with Demise the other day. For some reason I wasn't inputting my spins strong enough. We're actually going to lose a little bit of time. Interesting. I guess it makes sense. PB fell down one of the slopes. This run kind of had a larger mistake. What, be 45, 50 seconds behind some of best? Not ideal. 10 rupees go to Ryan. Nobody gambling, everybody sleeping. Sorry to wake you if you're laying in bed trying to fall asleep. I have definitely had comments before that some people have fallen asleep to this stream. Bonk. Unfortunately, that bonk wasted like half of our potential time save here. We have fun back in times to do now. Complicated ones. We need a bonk file 1 and then rupee file 3. Very good. That rupee loads file 3's story flags or inventory items. So now we have the Laneru tablet, or the, what is it called? The Amber tablet loaded into Back in Time. And we can go place it and we can RBM it onto file 1. Just like we did with the Emerald Pillar earlier. What the heck, a run past Earth Temple? I know, right? I didn't know it was possible. I mean, we did have like 3rd try key seat, and then we failed the cutscene skip, and then we also failed 3 cycle Scaldera, so honestly it was a pretty bad Earth Temple, but it is a run past Earth Temple nonetheless. And that's always fun. It's not great, probably not going to be the 109, but definitely PB potential. This run is not out of the running yet. And this is why we bit saved file 1 at that statue way earlier. It was for this moment. Interestingly enough, file 1 actually doesn't have the ability to call the Loftwing. So we need to use a statue to force ourselves onto the Loftwing. How much time say we got in these next couple splits? A couple seconds. These next couple splits are, of course, difficult. I mean, all the splits are difficult, but in particular, 2x20 has jank jump, and it is very jank. It's quite difficult. Hopefully we can get it quickly. Unfortunately, we no longer have file 1 saved with Skyloft flags. So we get to do the void out strategy now. Although it's honestly probably not even that much slower. Probably only a couple seconds slower, since you have to jump down. And now run in a straight line. Classic split. Dude, I'm still thinking about brownies and ice cream from earlier. I'm kind of partial to, like, the softer, almost slightly gooey brownies. I know a lot of people like their stiff brownies, but not for me. And with cookies. I like a very soft cookie. So good. I make these weird cookies that are kind of inspired by, like, French macarons. Or macaroons, or whatever the heck people call them in North America. They're so good. It's like the perfect thing to bring when you go over to somebody's place. Because, like, everybody likes cookies, right? Time for the RBM Gauntlet. Bunch of RBMs in a row. First up, Rock RBM. We have a rock in the way of our minecart, and we need to get rid of it. Bonk file 3 is going to load our Loftwing. Then we have to interrupt the Thunderhead cutscene by loading file 2. But then we want to call the Loftwing with file 3. But if we press A when we're still on the ground, we will start the cutscene. So we have to be careful to be in the air before we do that. Make sure to advance off the splash screen before calling the Loftwing. File 2 at the very end of the fade out. You get Fahrenheit. And this one's weird. Normally, we want to go behind the temple with file 1. That will give us the layer without Gorko and allow us to get into the rest of Farron. This time, we actually want to go into Farron 3 because we want Gorko. Like so. That rupee's kind of right in our way. That was kind of jank, but but it works. Now on to Machi. This one's gonna get the minecart actually moving now that the rock is out of the way. Similar sort of strategy. Gonna be bonking file 3 and then interrupting the next cutscene with file 2. Very good. As always, file 1 into file 2 on the way into Farron. File 1 is going to prevent the map from coming up when we land, and file 2 is going to prevent us from having to skip a cutscene when we land. Next up, Machi. Finally going to enter regular Farron Woods, since file 2 has been to the surface. It's going to load us into the normal Farron Woods layer, which does have Machi. Very slow. We still save time. Wow, interesting. I guess that could have been gold. That happens when you hit the Bokoblin with your sword rather than the Skyward Strike. I'm glad that I caught it. I probably would have accidentally talked to Machi. And then realized that I didn't kill all the Bokos. Now that we've got the rock out of our way and we've got the minecart in motion, we just need to get to the minecart, or more accurately, get the minecart to us. If we void out towards the end of the minecart escort, the minecart will spawn towards the end of the escort. So that's what we're doing here. Going to use the Upper Academy statue. Going to use a bit warp, so we're going to take the coordinates of that Upper Academy statue and apply them to file 3, keeping file 3's map. This statue is quite high up, so it's going to put us quite high up. And thankfully, that's exactly where we want to be. We want to be quite high up, out of bounds, and right near the end of the minecart escort. And it is time for the dreaded jank jump. Hopefully we can get it second try. Second try is normally what I call default. First try is exceptional. Third try and beyond is kind of saddening. Believe in the jank? Thank you, Momo. I'm glad there's somebody out there who believes in the jank. Alright, here we go. Weird angle setup. Nice, that was pretty good. Pretty good for walking far to the left before straightening out. Guess Momo didn't believe hard enough. Tough. No. Okay, this is not good. Aha. Okay, that was like third try. It's okay, Mo. I forgive you. Really, what it was I didn't believe so hard that I think it counteracted your believing so hard. So really, I'm the one who should be sorry. It should be fine. If it's not fine, we just die, which isn't good. Ooh, that was a sick brake slide. Oh, hello, Flinticus. The kitty has come to say hello. Don't you dare jump on my lap right now. Thankfully, she's already been fed, she's already been watered. She will be okay. Despite what she'll try and make you think. Don't be fooled by the cat. She has been fed. I guarantee it. Please don't, please not right now. Not in front of this Flint. No, not on the keyboard. Flint, you really can't do this right now. Wait, we have to heal 2 hearts here? Why are we at 1 heart? Flint, I really need you to get off the desk. I love you, girl, but you cannot be on the desk right now. Oh, she changed the audio. Flynn, you have to go. You're in the way of the reset button. I'm so sorry. Twitch is the worst. I disagree. Honestly, Twitch is a fairly reliable service, but they just have like the worst video player known to mankind. It barely works for you. Interesting. What are your problems with Twitch? Let me know. I'm curious. I generally have a pretty good experience with Twitch. I thought we were absolutely cooked there. Thought we were gonna bomb. The lag is constant. Interesting. Is that not just an internet connection thing? Okay, the ads are absolutely insane. Have I ever tried Twitch Mobile? Yes, and then I promptly put it away and never used it again because it's really bad. And you can't turn them off. Well, if I was a shill, here's where I would ask you, or I would remind you that you can give me money and ads would be removed on my channel. But you literally don't have to. I will be okay. It is not required. Twitch Turbo also exists. Twitch Turbo seems like a sick deal, I'm not gonna lie. Twitch ads are pretty horrible. And Turbo removes like all of them, right? That seems pretty sweet. See, I watch whoever's streaming cool speedruns. Yeah, I used to be a bit of a YouTube live hater, but honestly, it's kind of come a long way. Okay, sure, we climbed. The split is so bad. YouTube Live, the reason it's so good is because it just feels like a YouTube video. Okay, honestly, the best thing about YouTube Live is the ability to just, like, go back. That's, like, the sickest thing. They're, like, jankily going to their page and, like, selecting their current live stream and then, like, going back and then, like, going to live again. You just press like the button and it does the thing. It's so sick. Flint clicked. What did you do? She turned off numlock. You silly cat. I can't split without numlock. Yeah, YouTube chat is like YouTube comments, but in real time. Which is to say, not the most amazing thing. All right, everyone. It's time to practice our addition skills. We're going to be adding 17. Very awkward number. I'm sorry. It's just the number that we have to do. Six plus 17. Quiz time. 23. We drop a 23. Yo, Featherblade. Thank you for the good luck. Welcome to the end of the run. How you doing? 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3. 27.7, 44.7. Nine, 40, 1, 2, 3, 7. A little early. We kind of got a motor here. We're just a little cooked. 50.7 goes to 67.7, which then goes up to 68.2. So we drop at 68.2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2. That stinks. This is like perfect vertical slashes. I was being so careful there to not do diagonal slashes. That's so sad. How have the runs been? Honestly, they've been great. I'm not gonna lie. And this run just died. Very sad. Like, something about Girahim 3, man. Something about these repeated slashes. Was I holding the Wii remote at any tilt? No, I am very, very, very careful to not hold it at any tilt. Except for when it starts doing it diagonally, then I try and correct sometimes. And sometimes I have luck with that. But I'm very careful with the downward slashes during this. It's too bad. Because it kind of just feels like RNG then. Anyway, 5.5, 22.5. I definitely used to hold it with tilt. And fixing that has made it better. One, 2, 5. 7.2 goes to 44.3. It should have been 3, not 2. Oopsies. $50 flat goes to 67 flat, goes to 67.5 because we add an extra 0.5 on this one because that's just what makes it work. Yeah, I also try and slash slow, but obviously you can't slash too slow, right? How critical is the counting? It is kind of critical. I do a bit of an over... Like, the way I do it is not necessary. Like, you don't need to count 17. That's just the way that I found to do it. That's easiest for me. You can count, like, 3 seconds from when he stands up and stuff. I just like the 17 method. Because sometimes it can be hard to hear when he stands up. That was quick. In particular, the last one, I find it very useful because it can be very hard to hear / see exactly when he stands up. And if you're watching Girihim, then you're not watching the timer. Well, I really like the 17.5 method for the last bit. Also, yeah, that was hilarious how far to the left that was, and it still worked. A little tight, but we got there. Yeah, the prime number is very important. No, oh, that's so sad. I kind of thought I was going to be a little bit to the right. But whatever. $17 just like happens to be the magic number. Like there's no logic other than 17 just like works. Other than falling, that was a very good Girihim 3.1. I would be very happy with that if we didn't fall. But we fell. I accidentally stabbed. Well, we're doing 3 cycles now. Too bad. Been good. Actually would have been quite good if you didn't have 3 cycles. And yeah, that back in bounds strat is good to know, because sometimes... come on, guys. Please! I'm no longer going to do that jump forward good strategy. I've never had any problems with it, but that was... And we barely lost time to PB. That's how bad PB's Girium 3 is. Also, let's find a blindfold real quick. See if I can redeem myself. Our blindfolded demise did not go well yesterday. I know you can do 2 slashes, Andy. I'm really bad at it, so I only do 1. I really stink at it. That was the earliest backflip you've ever seen. All right, we go again. Thought we were already going in. Not bad. Will there be another run? It is midnight. I do have a meeting tomorrow at 1 p.m. A very important meeting, very top secret meeting. It's not top secret, it's with my professor. And I need to clean up the kitchen tonight. Didn't do that earlier today, because I am a silly person. Anyway, thank you for the GGs. Featherblade, Andy, thank you, thank you. Pretty good blindfolded demise. I just need to work on that second phase. And this run showed promise. This is another instance of like and 64 with the real good advice. Just give up, man. This is another instance of like this run felt unbelievably terrible. Like we missed failed Girium 3 escape and died to demise, and it was still a 115, which is like really not that bad of a time. FF is hilarious, by the way. Yeah, and it had like bad Key Seed and bad Scaldera. That Girium 3, man. When we get that Girium 3 gold, it's gonna feel so good. It might bring us down past the 109 Sum of Best barrier. It might feel that good. It might feel 15 seconds good. Okay. To decisively answer Apple Pilot's question, I don't think there will be another run. I think that's gonna be it for me for tonight. Let's see if we have a raid target. But excuse me. But before we do that, I would like to point out that there's a very special speedrun tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. So that is at 8 p.m. my time. So that is in 17 and a half hours. There's going to be a very special run showcasing Pacifist on the Games Done Quick channel. 64 is going to be doing a Pacifist run. It's going to be somebody awesome on commentary, and I will also be on commentary with them. You should come check it out. It's going to be super cool. Pacifist is a very interesting category. It doesn't get much spotlight because it's kind of weird. But it turns out you can beat the entire game without damaging a single enemy. It's a super interesting route. Super interesting category. Looks like Deesh is doing all dungeons. Let's go say hi to Deesh. /raid Mr. 23. Oh, he's at the end of a PB too. This is so sick. Okay, well, thank you all so much for coming and hanging out tonight. It's awesome to be able to play games on the internet and have awesome people like you come hang out, spend some time together, and say hi. I'm going to send you over to Deesh. Deesh is good fun. He's on PB Pace. He's entering Gearham 3 right now. Again, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. I'll see you guys next time.